telephone line. I thought we're using telephones a lot. Like I'm like a proper DJ. I put a little bit of thought into a real banal opening to a show. Um, no, we are using the telephone a lot. It's it's good because I should have been doing like loads of press for Afterlife, like junkets and going on TV shows and everything. And I try and get out of them. I usually do like the same three or four. Uh, but now I can do them all. You've got to do them on Skype. And things I usually turn down, like oh, if some posh paper want to do a feature, but they've got to have a meal with you. I go, no, can't be bothered. Right? And you lose that. So but now they go, I'll just do a phone call. I go, yeah, whatever. Yeah, sure. Um, City boy, yeah, well, now you know. I've told you, haven't I? You're looking well. Really? Oh, I feel tired and fat and lazy and oh, there's a good reason for that. I am tired and fat and lazy. That's I'd like a doctor to say that to me. I go to a doctor, I feel tired and fat and lazy. And he goes, well, that's because you fucking are. You are tired and fat and lazy. I go, all right. Is there any cure? No. You're going to get older, you're going to get fatter, and you're going to get lazier. Right. Okay. And then what? You die. Okay. Is it nice? No. It's horrible. You're like a big slug. You're like a big slug in bed. And they're having to excavate your colon with like spoons. What the fuck? Happy Friday, everyone. Um, Thank you for everyone who donated to those. Again, I mentioned a couple of charities yesterday. I mentioned the Mayhew and All Dogs Matter, and one of them got a donation from a lady in America. I don't know if she wants to remain anonymous, so I won't say her name, but she knows who she is. Who gave $1,000? Amazing. So that absolutely over the moon. But they're happy with all the donations. So yeah, thank you. Someone just said stop eating. Well, that's not good for you either, is it? There's a middle ground. There's eating way too much, and that sort of kills you. Then there's not eating at all, and that kills you. It's a middle. You got to go. You got to find that middle, the middle ground. I'm a centrist. Oh dear. Yeah. I saw a thing that in America, um, uh, obesity has finally overtaken um, famine by another world, not America, but certainly overtook it in America years ago. So yeah, so well done for that. That might not be true either. I don't know. I've got no. I can't stress enough. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a doctor or a politician or anything. Um, how are you? Someone said fat and old and lazy and bald. Yeah, it's going, isn't it? It's going. It's still got the outline of where hair. You know where hair is because there's like one hair that sort of kept watch for every hair that fell out. You know what I mean? So my hair, it's social distancing. My hair, every hair has got to be half a millimeter apart from every other hair. So imagine if I got easily offended with the things you fucking people say to me, "Do you do special exercise?" I exercise. I do. I just then have to have twice as many calories to make up for it. I don't want to. I don't want to get too ripped. I don't want to get too buff. So, I mean, when they walk around like that, they've been like in the gym for like 6 hours a day, eating 8 protein shakes and that, and working out that, and they walk around like that. I can lift half a ton just once. Ask me a question. Would you shave your head? Oh yeah, I've done that a couple of times. Did it? Well, it wasn't really shaved. I sort of cut my own hair when I was about 19. Yeah. Thanks for asking. Your hair is the night's watch. Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't care about. It's laziness. I can't. I don't have to think about this haircut and the beard. Everything. A V-neck shirt. Just stick it on. Everything is to do with as little effort and comfort as possible. I read a thing once that Einstein had 5 identical suits, right? So he didn't have to think about it. He didn't have to. He was doing E equals MC squared, wasn't he? So if he had to wear, what are you wearing? I don't know, maybe the blue or the purple has got. Oh, E equals what? Oh, fucking hell! So in a way, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I'm a genius like that's not for me to say. Okay? But in a way, I'm sort of doing what Einstein did. I've got to work, writing, going to jokes. I can't, what hairstyle shall I have today? How shall I shape my beard? What shall I wear? Boom. Shower, slick it back, t-shirt on. Right. Genius. Genius at work. Yeah? So, let's look at it like that. Let's look at it like I'm not saying I am better than Einstein, but I don't know. I don't know if he ever did a big tour, sellout tour. Not sure. Don't know if he ever did a children's book. This is my first flannels book. Right, this is the 2 quotes. People get quotes for their books, but I couldn't be bothered. So I made some up. I pretend this was by Alison Page, University of Dorking. I read this book just days before my final flanimal exam and passed with flying colours. Thank you, Mr. Gervais. Now, she doesn't exist, but that's what she would have said if there was a University of Dorking and there was a flanimal exam. I mean, there are some universities where you can study Madonna. So, I went past, this is true, in central London, there's this place, I forget where it is, and I went past and it said, College of Flower Arranging. College of Flower Arranging. And I looked in, and there was about 15 people having a lesson. Now, my mum used to pick flowers from the garden every day. There'd be vases full of flowers everywhere in the house. Not once did some stranger come in and go, what fucking unqualified cunt did these flowers? Do you know what I mean? It's just, pick the flowers, put them in a vase. There you go. 2-1. So, yeah. And the other quote was from Rebecca Fellows, Richmond, Surrey, she doesn't exist either. Think of this as a quote on a children's book, right? It sent my child mental. You haven't heard the last of this. Oh, good luck to him. Here's a book, read it, yeah. Someone just said, is that Steve Carell's Emmy? No, that's mine. And there's the other one next to it. That's better, isn't it? Is that, am I in the middle? Can you see my fat red face? A flan exam, yeah. Oh, I was going to read these, wasn't I, to kids in the lockdown. But again, couldn't be bothered. So, maybe I will. Be too late when it ever back to normal soon, hopefully. 12 minutes. Imagine if this was a real show on telly and I was getting paid for it. You'd want your money back, wouldn't you? But as it's free, there's no comeback for you. Right, ask me a question. I've got nothing. What is your favourite flower, Ricky? Good question. It's a good question. That is a good question. I like sunflower. I like there's something happy about them, isn't there? They're sort of, I like them. They're bright, big. Don't like too many fancy ones. I'm not a big fan of chrysanthemums. There, I said it. So, I like the rose, I like a classic rose. I like wild. I like the rambling roses. I like that. Right, here's a story. It's mental. This will not be funny. This will not be funny to anyone. Right? So, my mum loved gardening. She was always in the garden. In summer, she was out there till it was dark. I'd come out and I couldn't see her, but her eyes had got used to it. She'd be gardening in the dark, right? She absolutely loved it. And she'd come in and say, "There's the first row." That she'd, when I was little, she used to pick things like a nature table, all that sort of stuff. It was great. And then I remember once, I don't know how old I was, 15, 16. So my brother Bob, it was 26 maybe. He had kids and everything. He was a grown man with a job and a wife and kids. And he was in the garden and she just went, "Here, Bob, look at this beautiful rose." And he looked at it and gobbed on it. Right? And I went, "Oh," I actually went, "You are a fucking animal." Right? And I don't know why I told you that. He just gobbed on a rose because it came into his head. Thought, I know it'll be funny now. She thinks this rose is beautiful. I'll gob on it. Oh dear. There you go. You don't get this on real telly, do you? You don't get this anywhere except mental homes, probably. That's what I should do, shouldn't I? I should talk to 6 different psychiatrists. I should find out something about them so I can wind them up. I can throw them off. Be a good idea for a shrink. Just call it shrink. They think they're doing a thing about someone doing that, and they've got to be honest because they're of the medical profession, but then just say shit. I say really scary shit to them. No, I won't. Can't be bothered. Favourite takeaway? Well, my first thought was when I ate chicken was a chicken tikka masala. Um, and then I got hotter and hotter. I was on to, you know, Balti Madras, and it was the sauce really, wasn't it? So I could have a plate of curry sauce with a loaf of bread. I do like, yeah, but not anymore. Now I don't. Now I have a little vegetable madras or chana masala or something, you know, sort of chickpeas, spinach, you name it. Still love a curry. Favourite takeaway though? Depends on the mood. What you're craving. You can't beat a pizza. Oh, pizza, amazing. So simple. It's funny, isn't it, that all the best things are just the staple diet of a nation. You know, just the standard peasant food of a nation traditionally. Pizza and pasta, curries. You know, it's just you can have. I like your fancy stuff, sure, but give me a big pile of peasant food any day. Craziest thing you did at junior high. Junior high. So what's junior high? That's an American speaking, isn't it? What's junior high? So I assume that's our senior school, 11 to 18 in my case. I didn't do crazy things. I didn't do any daring. It wasn't like rebel without a cause, except verbally. That was the only. That was me. That was me answering back, winding up teachers verbally. Really, I didn't get into fights or set fire to buildings or steal cars. Too scared. But I wasn't scared of winding them up. That to me isn't starting a fight. Winding people up. Do you play darts? I used to. Used to love darts. Yeah. I could never work out why sometimes I could aim at the treble 20 and get it, and then the next 12 times I got a 1 or a 5. If you could do it, why can't you just... I know it's right, but you know what I mean? Where's... snooker. I think my top break in snooker is 8. It's too long. Too long. At least with pool, you can hit the ball you meant to and you can get it in the hole you meant to. Snooker's mental. It's too hard. Shepherd's pie. I used to love shepherd's pie. Don't eat meat anymore. Used to have that at the Ivy. That was the good thing about the Ivy, actually. You could get sort of traditional peasant food, but done brilliantly. So it was like fish and chips and shepherd's pie and stuff like that. Yeah, I didn't go there to be posh. I went there to eat great peasant food. That's the worst advert ever for the Ivy. That's it. I'm barred. Could you not talk about being a fat, lazy tramp and come into the Ivy because it was like peasant food? Oh, okay. Fine. Have it your way. Oh God! Oh, right. My eyes are going now. Should I wear glasses? Any doctors out there, opticians, right? I've never had my eyes tested. I think once every 5 years when I go to one of those, I have to have a medical. And I think that's even stopped now. And I used to be able to read it all, obviously, and then I couldn't do the bottom line. And now I can only do a couple of. It's like that second bottom. I'm guessing, you know. I don't feel like there's anything on my eyes until I have to do that sort of test, which you don't in real life, do you? You don't walk around having your eyes tested. But I assume it's just getting slightly worse with age as your brain shrinks. I'm not a doctor. But if you wear glasses, does that slow down the aging process of eye? Is it still going to get worse if I wear glasses but I can see my glasses on? Or if I wore glasses, would it make my eyes better? Because now I'm interested. If wearing glasses sort of made your eyes better, then you've reeled me in. any children watching, please don't look at me as any sort of role model. This is all terrible advice. Oh, I can't read fast enough. Cheese and onion pie. Cheese and onion pie. Wow. Well, I love cheese. I used to love a cheese and onion sandwich, but I never had a cheese and onion pie. I regret that. I've missed out. Do the Ray voice. Hey? Right. That one. No, not that Ray. A different Ray. What's that? Get glasses. Yeah, right. You're squinting. Yeah, I know. I do feel tired after I've done this and trying to read for too long. Right. For someone who understands stuff, which I sort of do, I'm an idiot. There was a spate of people wearing glasses when they didn't have to. It was like a fashion statement. When did that happen? Why are you wearing glasses if you don't have to? It was a fashion statement. Might as well wear calipers when you don't have to. What's the point in that? I've run out of things to say, haven't I? I don't just mean now, I mean in life. I think we're given a certain amount of heartbeats, a certain amount of words, and I think I ran out of words before heartbeats. Sounded profound, didn't it, for about a second? Nah, didn't. Gobbledygook. Nonsense. Bollocks. Absolute bollocks. How? So that was my wartime broadcast for, is this the second Friday in lockdown or third? I can't remember. How long have I been in lockdown? It seems about 3 weeks. Maybe I started it before it was official. I don't know. I think I've been sort of keeping people out of the house and running away from people on the street for about 3 weeks. Don't know how long it's going to go on. I'll keep doing these if you get any enjoyment at all out of them. It's no skin off my nose. Thank you for donating to the charity, as I mentioned. Oh, let me do a shout out for this one. Oh, my computer died. For fuck's sake. I'll do it tomorrow. You know all the charities I've mentioned: Animals Asia, the Mayhew, RSPCA, All Dogs Matter. Yeah, and your local. You're just your local thing. Oh, and here's something that you might like to do. If you know you're in sort of lockdown for the next sort of 3 weeks, some people have been told that they've got at least that amount of time, or they've been laid off work for 6 weeks or 8 weeks. You can foster a kitten or a dog because they're struggling, obviously, and you can, in particular, they've thought of sort of cats that have had kittens, and they need a little 8-week home. That'd be amazing, wouldn't it? Having a little, and the cat and the kittens don't. It's not like having an old dog and then having to give it back, and it goes, what the fuck? Whereas a kitten, it just grows up, and it's, you've kept that kitten and you find them homes, and they don't mind, and you've got a little friend, you've got a few friends. I'm jabbering. Anyway, thank you. Stay safe. Wash your hands. Stay away from people. Stay sane. Watch telly. Watch Ghost Town. It's on Netflix. Lovely reaction. Thank you. Yeah. See you tomorrow.